Again, cut off twice already. My new modem, that's supposed to be much better. Yavantahan sarvaloka karaye samana gare pataiya deya dana vastra dana. Synonyms. Anywhere and everywhere I go, all people offer me respect. Even without asking, they voluntarily give me riches, clothing, and paddy. Purport: a Brahma does not become anyone's servant. To render service to someone else is a business of Sudras. A Brahmana is always independent. Because he is a teacher, spiritual master, and advisor to society. The members of society provide him with all the necessities of life, and in the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says he has divided society into 4 divisions: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. A society cannot run smoothly without its scientific division. A Brahmana should give good advice to all the members of society. A Kshatriya should look after the administration, maintaining law and order in society. Vaishya should produce and trade to meet all the needs of society, whereas Shudras should render service to the higher sections of society, the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas. Jagannath Mishra was a Brahmana, therefore people would send him all bodily necessities, money, cloth, grain, and so on. While Lord Chaitanya was in the womb of Sachimata, Jagannath Mishra received all these necessities of life without asking for them, because of the presence of the Lord in his family. Everyone offered him due respect as a Brahmana. In other words, if a Brahmana or Vaishnava sticks to this position as eternal servant of the Lord and executes the will of the Lord, there will be no question of scarcity for his personal maintenance and needs of his family. Sachi kahe mui dehon akasha upare divya murti loka sabha yena stute kare. Sachimata told her husband, I see wonderfully brilliant human beings appearing in outer space as if offering prayers. Purport: Jagannath Mishra was honored by everyone on the earth and was supplied with all necessities. Similarly, Mother Sachi saw many demigods in outer space offering prayers to her because of Lord Caitanya Mahāprabhu's presence in her womb. Jagannath Mishra kahe swapna ye dekila joitirmaya dhamma mora hridayapa shila. Jagannath Mishra then replied, in a dream I saw the effulgent abode of the Lord enter my heart. Amara hridaya haite gela tomara hridaya hena buji janmi bena kona mahashaye. From my heart it entered your heart. I therefore understand that a great personality will soon take birth. Eta bali dunhe rahe hara shita hana shalagrama seva kare vishesha koriya. After this conversation, both husband and wife were jubilant, and together they rendered service to the household Shalagram Shila. Especially in every Brahman's house, there must be a Shalagram Shila to be worshipped by the Brahmana family. This system is still current. People who are the Brahmanas by caste, who are born in a Brahmin family, must worship the Shalagram Shila. Unfortunately, with the progress of Kali Yuga, so-called Brahmanas, although very proud of taking birth in Brahmin families, no longer worship the Shalagram Shila, but actually it has been a custom since time immemorial that a person born in a Brahmin family must worship the Shalagram Shila in all circumstances. In our Krishna conscious movement, some members are very anxious to introduce worship of the Shalagram Shila, but we have purposely refrained from introducing it because most of the members of the Krishna conscious movement do not originally come from families of Brahmin caste. After some time, when we find they're actually situated strictly in the line of Brahminical behavior, Shalagram Shila worship will be introduced. In this age, the worship of Shalagram Shila is not as important as chanting the holy name of the Lord. That is the injunction of the Shastra. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam. Kaluna steva nasteva nasteva gatir anyata. Srila Jiva Goswami's opinion is that chanting the holy name offenselessly, one becomes completely perfect. Nevertheless, just to purify the situation of the mind, worship the deity in the temple is also necessary. Therefore, when one is advanced in spiritual consciousness or is perfectly situated in the spiritual platform, he may take to the worship of Shalagram Shila. The transference of the Lord from the heart of Jagannath Mishra to the heart of Sachimata is explained by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur as follows. It is to be concluded that Jagannath Mishra and Sachimata are Nitya Siddhas, pure, ever pure associates of the Lord. Their hearts are always uncontaminated, therefore they never forget the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Common man in this material world has a contaminated heart. He must therefore first purify his heart to come to the transcendental position. But Jagannath Mishra and Sachimata were not a common man and woman with contaminated hearts. When the heart is uncontaminated, it is said to be in the existential position of Vasudeva. Vasudeva can beget Vasudeva, or Krishna, who is transcendently situated. It is to be understood that Sachimata did not become pregnant as an ordinary woman becomes pregnant because of sense indulgence. One should not think the pregnancy of Sachimata to be that of an ordinary woman, because that is an offense. One can understand the pregnancy of Sachimati when one is actually advanced in spiritual consciousness and fully engaged in devotional service of the Lord. In Srimad Bhagavatam it is stated, Bhagavan api vishwatma bhaktanam abhayam kara aviveshamsa bhagena mana ana kadundubi 10:2-16. It is a statement regarding the birth of Lord Krishna. The incarnation of the Lord entered the mind of Vasudeva and was transferred to the mind of Devaki. Srila Sridhar Swami gives the following annotation on this connection. Mana avishesha manas yavir babuva jivanam eva na datu sambandha iti yarta. There is no question of the seminal discharge necessary for the birth of an ordinary human being. Srila Rupa Goswami also comments in this connection that Lord Krishna first appeared in the mind of Anakundubi Vasudeva and was then transferred to the mind of Devaki Devi. Thus the spiritual bliss in the mind of Devaki Devi gradually increased, just as the moon increases every night until it becomes a full moon. At that time of his appearance, Lord Krishna came out of the mind of Devaki and appeared within the prison house of Kamsa, by the side of Devaki's bed. At that time, by the spell of Yogamaya, Devaki thought that her child had now been born. In this connection, even the demigods from the celestial kingdom were also bewildered. It is stated, Muyanti Yat Suraya. They came to offer their prayers to Devaki, thinking that the Supreme Lord was within her womb. The demigods came to Mathura from the celestial kingdom. This indicates that Mathura is still more important than the celestial kingdom of the upper planetary system. Lord Krishna, as eternal son of Yashodamai, is always present in Vrindavan. The pastime of Lord Krishna is continuously going on within both this material world and the spiritual world. In such pastimes, the Lord always thinks himself the eternal son of Mother Yasoda and Father Nanda Maharaj. In the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 6, verse 43, it is stated, when magnanimous, broad-headed Nanda Maharaj came back from a tour, he immediately took his son Krishna on his lap and experienced transcendental bliss by smelling his head. Similarly, in the 10th canto, 9th chapter, verse 21, it is said, the personality of Godhead appearing as the son of a cowherd damsel, is easily available and understandable to devotees. Whereas those who are under the concept of bodily life, even though they are very advanced in austerity and penance, even though they are great philosophers, are unable to understand him. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur next quotes Sripad Baladev Vidbhusan, who refers to the prayers offered by the demigods to Lord Krishna in the womb of Devaki, and summarizes the birth of Krishna as follows. As the rising moon manifests light in the east, so Devaki, who was always situated on the transcendental platform, having been initiated in the Krishna mantra by Vasudeva, the son of Shurasena, kept Krishna within her heart. From this statement of Srimad Bhagavatam 10.2.18, it is understood that the personality of Godhead Krishna, having been transferred from the heart of Anakadundubi, or Vasudeva, manifested himself in the heart of Devaki. According to Srila Baladev Vijabhusan, the heart of Devaki means the womb of Devaki, because in Srimad Bhagavatam, the demigods say, Disyamba te kukshigata parak puman. Mother Devaki, the Lord, is already within her womb. Therefore, when the Lord was transferred from the heart of Vasudeva to the heart of Devaki, means that he was transferred to the womb of Devaki. Similarly, in regard to the appearance of Lord Caitanya Mahāprabhu, as described in Caitanya Raritamrta, the word Visheshe Sevana Kare Govinda Charana, they specifically began to worship the lotus feet of Govinda, indicate that exactly as Krishna appeared in the heart of Devaki through the heart of Vasudeva, so Lord Chaitanya appeared in the heart of Sachi Devi through the heart of Jagannath Mishra. This is the mystery of the appearance of Lord Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Consequently, one should not think of Lord Chaitanya's appearance as that of a common man or living entity. This subject matter is a little difficult to understand, but for the devotees of the Lord it is not difficult to realize that the statements given by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. That doesn't mean that we scientifically understand exactly how this happens. Just believe it. That's a devotee. We know Krishna can do anything. We can understand that the souls change bodies, and we know, okay, the mind carries, subtle body and the soul, but we don't know exactly how it happens, and we can't explain it. But we have faith, we know. That's what understanding Krishna means. You believe He's the Supreme Lord. Janmaisvarya Shuti Shibir Ebamano Janma Karma Chamedevyam Yovanyeviti Tatvata. One can just understand the transcendental nature of my birth and activities. He'll never take birth again. Know that it's transcendental. It has nothing to do with the material world. It's beyond our mind and understanding. It's a chincha. Inconceivable. Haite haila garba trayodasa masa tatapi bhumishta nahe mishrara haila trasa. In this way, the progeny, the pregnancy approached its 13th month. There was no sign of delivery of the child. Jagannath Mitra became greatly apprehensive. Nilambara Chakravarti Kaila Guniya Emase Putra Habe Shaba Chanapana. Nilambar Chakravarti, the grandfather of Caitanya Mahaprabhu, and did an astrological calculation and said that in that very month, taking advantage of the auspicious moment, the child would take birth. Choda Shata Sata Shaka Masa Ye Palguna Purna Masira Sanja Kale Haile Shubha Chana. Thus in the year 1407, in the Shaka era, AD 1486, in the month of Palgun, February, March, in the evening of the full moon day, the desired auspicious moment arrived. Purport. Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his Amrita Pravaha Bhashya has presented the horoscope of Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Shaka 14, 7, 10, 22, 28, 45. Dinam, this is all numbers. You have to be an astrologer. The explanation of the horoscope given by Bhaktivinoda is at the time of birth of Lord Chaitanya, the planets were situated as follows. Venus was in Mesha Rasi, Aries, and Nakshatra lunar mansion was Ashvini. Ketu, the ninth planet, was in Singha Rasa, Leo, and Uttara Palguni. Chandra, the moon, was in the Purva Palguni, 11th lunar mansion. Shani was in the Vrishika Rasi, Scorpio, and Jesta, Brihaspati, Jupiter, was in the Dhanu Rashi, Sagittarius. And Purva Shada, Mangala, Mars, was in the Makara Rasi, Capricorn. And Shravana, Ravi, the sun, was in the Kumbha Rasi, Aquarius. And Purva Bhadrapada, Rahu, was in the Purva Bhadrapa Pada, and Buddha, Mercury, was in the Meena Rasi, Pisces, and Uttara Bhadrapada. The Lagna was Singha. Singha Rasi, Singha Lagna, Ucha, Graha, Gana, Sadvarga, Ashtavarga, Sarva, Sulakshana. According to the Jyotir Veda, or Vedic astrology, the auspicious moment is described as follows. The moon was in Leo, the figure of the lion in the zodiac. Leo was the ascendant. Several planets were strongly positioned, and the Sadvarga and Ashtavarga showed all auspicious influences. Purport. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, who was previously a great astrologer, explains this verse as follows. The Sadvarga 6 divisions are technically called Chetra, Hora, Drekana, Navamsa, Dwada Samsa, and Trim Shamsa. According to Jyotir Vedic astrology, when the relationship between planets and the rulers of these 6 divisions is determined, the auspiciousness of the moment of birth can be calculated. In the book named Brihaj Jataka and other books, there are directions for interpreting the movements of the stars and planets. One who knows the process of calculating the Ashta Varga, 8 divisions, can predict auspicious and inauspicious events. This science is known especially by persons who are called Hora Shastra Vit, or those who know the astrological scriptures. On the strength of astrological calculations from the Hora scriptures, Nilambara Chakravarti, the grandfather of Caitanya Mahaprabhu, ascertained the auspicious moment when the Lord would appear. Akalanka Gora Chandra Diya Darshan Sakalanka Chandrayara Kon Prayojana. When the spotless moon of Caitanya Mahaprabhu became visible, what would be said of the moon full of black marks on his body? Eta Jani Rahu Kaila Chandragahan, Krishna, Krishna, Hari Name, Base Tribhuvan. Considering this, Rahu, the black planet, covered the full moon, and immediately vibrations of Krishna, Krishna, Hari inundated the three worlds. Purport. According to Jyotirveda, the lunar eclipse takes place when the Rahu planet comes in front of the full moon. This is customary in India, that all the followers of the Vedic scriptures bathe in the Ganges or the sea as soon as there is a lunar or solar eclipse. Those strict followers of the Vedic religion stand up in the water throughout the whole period of the eclipse and chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. At that time of the birth of Lord Caitanya Mahāprabhu, such a lunar eclipse took place, and naturally all the people standing in the water were chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare. Jaya Jaya Dvanvi Haila Sakala Bhuvana Chamatkara Haya Loka Bhave Mana Mana. All the people thus chanted Hare Krishna Mahamantra during the lunar eclipse, and their minds were struck with wonder. Jagat Bodhiya Loka Bale Hari Hari Sei Chane Gora Krishna Bhume Avatari. When the whole world was thus chanting the holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, in the form of Gaurahari, advented himself on the earth. Prasanna Haila Sabha Jagatara Mana Hari Bali Hinduke Kasya Kadaya Yavana. The whole world was pleased. While the Hindus chanted the holy name of the Lord, the non-Hindus, especially the Muslims, jokingly imitated the words. Purport: although Muslims, non-Hindus, have no interest in chanting the holy name of the Lord, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the Muslims in Navadvip imitated the Hindus as they chanted during the lunar eclipse. Thus the Hindus and Muslims joined together in chanting the holy name of the Lord when Lord Chaitanya advented himself. Hari Bali Nari Gana Dei Hula Huli Swarge Vajja Nitya Kare Deva Kutu Ali. When the ladies vibrated the holy name of Hari on earth, and the heavenly planets dancing and music were going on, for the demigods were very curious. Prasanna Haila Dasa Dik Prasanna Nadi Jala Stavara Jagama Haila Anande Vivala. In this atmosphere, all the 10 directions became jubilant, as did the waves of the rivers. Moreover, all beings, moving and non-moving, were overwhelmed with transcendental bliss. Nadia Udaya Giri Purna Chandra Gaurahari. Kripa Kari Haila Uday Papa Tamak Haila Nash Triga Kera Ulas Jaga Bari Hari Danvi Haya. Thus, by his causeless mercy, the full moon Gaurahari rose in the district of Nadia, which is compared to Adayagiri, where the sun first becomes visible. His rising in the sky dissipated the darkness of sinful life, and thus the three worlds became joyful and chanted the holy name of the Lord. And they're still chanting. Sei Kali Nijalaya Utiya Advaita Roy Nitya Kare Anandita Mane Haridase Laya Sange Hunkara Kirtana Range Kene Nachi Keha Nahi Jane. At that time, Śrī Advaita Charya Prabhu in his own house in Shantipur was dancing in a pleasing mood, Taking Haridas with him, he danced and loudly chanted Hare Krishna. But why were they dancing? No one could understand. Purport. It is understood that Advaita at that time was in his own paternal house at Shantipur. Haridas Thakur frequently visited him. Coincidentally, therefore, he was also there, and upon the birth of Caitanya Mahāprabhu, both of them immediately began to dance. But no one in Shantipur could understand why these two saintly persons were dancing. Deki upa raga hasi, shigra ganga jate asi, anande korila ganga snan, pana upa raga chale, apanara manu bale, brahmanere dila nana dana. Seeing the lunar eclipse and laughing, Advaita Acharya and Haridas Thakur immediately went to the bank of the Ganges and bathed in the river in great jubilation. Taking advantage of the occasion of the lunar eclipse, Advaita Acharya, by his mental strength, distributed various types of charity to the Brahmanas. Purport. It is the custom of Hindus to give in charity to the poor as much as possible during the time of the lunar or solar eclipse. Advaita Acharya, therefore, taking advantage of this eclipse, distributed many varieties of charity to the Brahmanas. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a statement that when Krishna took his birth, Vasudeva immediately took advantage of the moment and distributed 10,000 cows to the Brahmins. It is customary among Hindus that at the time a child is born, especially a male child, the parents distribute great charity and jubilation. Now they get all kinds of presents. Everything gets turned backwards. They're thankful to the Lord and they just want to pay back. Advaita Acharya was actually interested in distributing charity because of Lord Chaitanya's birth at the time of the lunar eclipse. People could not understand, however, why Advaita Acharya was giving such a great variety of things in charity. He did so not because of the lunar eclipse, but because of the Lord's taking birth at that moment. He distributed charity exactly as Vasudeva at the time of Lord Krishna's appearance. Jagat Anandamaya Deki Mane Savishmaya Tara Etore Kahe Haridasa Tomara Aichana Ranga Mora Mana Parasana Deki Kichu Karye Ache Bas. When he saw that the whole world was jubilant, Haridas Thakur, his mind astonished, directly and indirectly expressed himself to Advaita Acharya. Your dancing and distributing charity are very pleasing to me. I can understand that there is some special purpose in these actions. Acharya Ratna, Shivas Haila, Mane Sukolasa, Ye Snana, Kaila Ganga Jale, Anande Vivalamana, Kare Hare Sankirtan, Nana Dana Kaila Manobale. Acharya Ratna, Chandrasekhar, and Srivas Thakur were overwhelmed with joy, and immediately they went to the bank of the Ganges to take bath in their waters. Their minds full of happiness, they chanted the Hare Krishna mantra and gave charity by mental strength. E mata bhakta tati yanra yehi desha stiti tahan pana mano bale nache kare sankirtana anande vivala mana dana kare graha nera chale. In this way, all the devotees, wherever they were, situated in every city and every country, danced and performed Sankirtan and gave charity by mental strength on the plea of the lunar eclipse, their minds overwhelmed with joy. Brahmana Sajjana Nari Nana Dravye Tari Bari Aila Sabe Yotuka Laiya Yena Kancha Sona Jyoti Deki Balakara Murti Ashirvada Kare Shuka Pana. All sorts of respectable Brahmins, gentlemen, and ladies, carrying plates filled with various gifts, came with their presentations. Seeing the newborn child, the form resembled natural glowing gold. All of them happily offered their blessings. So they give gifts to the parents also, to the child. Savitri, Gauri, Saraswati, Sachi, Ramba, Arundhati, Arayata, Deva, Narigana, Nana Dravye, Patrabari, Brahmanira Veshadari, Asi Sabe Kare Dara Shana. Dressing themselves as the wives of Brahmanas, all the celestial ladies, including the wives of Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lord Nrsingadev, King Indra, and Vashishta Rishi, all with Ramba, the dancing girl of heaven, came there with varieties of gifts. Purport. When Lord Caitanya Mahāprabhu was a newborn baby, he was visited by the neighboring ladies, most of whom were the wives of respectable Brahmanas. In the dress of Brahmanas' wives, celestial ladies like the wives of Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva also came to see the newborn child. Ordinary people saw them as respectable Brahmin ladies of the neighborhood, but actually they were celestial ladies dressed in that way. Antarikshe Devagana Gandharva Siddha Charana Stuti Nitya Kade Vaja Gita Nartaka Vadaka Bata Navadvipe Yara Nata Sabe Asi Nache Pana Prita. In outer space, all the demigods, including the inhabitants of Gandharvaloka, Siddhaloka, and Charnaloka, offered their prayers and danced to the accompaniment of music, songs, and beating of drums. Similarly, in Navadvip city, all the professional dancers, musicians, and blessers gathered together, dancing in great jubilation. Purport. As there are celestial singers, dancers, and reciters of prayers in the heavenly planets, so in India still there are professional dancers, blessers, and singers, all of whom assemble together during householder ceremonies, especially marriages and birth ceremonies. These professional men earn their livelihood by taking charity on such occasions from the homes of the Hindus. Eunuchs also take advantage of the ceremonies to receive charity. That is their means of livelihood. Such men never become servants or engage themselves in agriculture or business occupations. They simply take charity from neighborhood friends to maintain themselves peacefully. The Bhattas are a class of Brahmanas who go to such ceremonies to offer blessings by composing poems with reference to the Vedic scriptures. One more. Keba Ase, Keba Jaya, Keba Nache, Keba Gaya, Sambalite, Nare Kara, Bola, Kandi Leka, Dukkha Shoka, Pramoda Purita Loka, Mishra Haila, Anande Vivala. No one could understand who was coming and who was going, who was dancing and who was singing. Nor could they understand one another's language. Yet all unhappiness and lamentation were immediately dissipated and people became all jubilant. Thus, Jagannath Mishra was always overwhelmed in joy. So when we see like new parents and they're so happy to have a child, of course this is natural because it all comes from the spiritual world. But we should remember the birth of Krishna and how the whole world, the whole universe was ecstatic. It should remind us, whenever we see anything, it should remind us of Krishna, some of Krishna's pastimes, remind us of Bhagavad. The more we hear these things, the more we'll remember them, and other things will remind us. You know, we can't stretch it too far and say, well, I'm watching the football game because it's something like the Battle of Kurukshetra. You know, they make formations and they have heroes and they have guards and they have all the... But it is similar, but it's a perverted reflection. But if we happen to see one or hear about it, we should instead remember Krishna, not get absorbed in these mundane things. So any kind of festival, if we see lovers, we can remember Krishna. We should always remember Krishna. We see powerful men, we see fights even. All right, so thank you very much for listening. I'm going to go now. The kirtans at Gunagraya Maharaj's houses are very nice always. Nice crowd, very sober, we can concentrate on the holy name. Śrīmad Bhagavatam, Śrī Caitanya Raritamrta ki jai. And remember that this ISKCON is a continuation of Caitanya Raritamrta. Prabhupada says that many times. So you should remember that. Hare Krishna.